We've obviously got our own personal stories about how we first came across the New Testament, but why should, anyone be interested in the New Testament?
Well, I think anyone who picks up the New Testament will find, if they give it a chance, that it is one of the most explosive books ever written. Of course, compiled from different writings, but it now forms one complete, rather strange, but very powerful book. But actually, the reason why the New Testament is so important and powerful is not unlike the reason why this place we're standing in is so important and powerful. That the ancient Israelites believed that the living God who'd made heaven and earth had decided to come and take up residence on this place, and that's why they built the temple here, and the temple was the place where heaven and earth came together. And the fascinating thing about Jesus is that Jesus, both in what he did and what he said, and then in the followers who then talked about him after his death and resurrection, they and he really believed that he was the place where heaven and earth had come together.
We've got to remember the Bible just didn't fall from the sky, bound in leather, written in ye old English with the words of Jesus in red. It came through a particular process. It came through the story and the struggles of the early church, not just in Jerusalem, but in the wider Greco-Roman world. And what that tells me that we've got to know something about that process. We've got to know what was going on in the early church for those very crucial first, decades. But I think even more crucial than that is actually knowing the background story.
And unless you know that story, then you're not in a position to see what issues it was that Jesus was addressing and what issues it was that the New Testament writers were addressing. Because they were saying two things, both God has done what he promised, and it didn't look like we thought it was going to. Something new was happening, but the new thing made the sense it made within that old story. So we need to know the backstory as well as then being able to study the New Testament in three dimensions, if you like.